It's all-star game time. Heated pennant races in the major leagues are interrupted once again for baseball's annual mid-season classic. It's the 24th meeting between the greatest stars of the American and National Leagues. And this time, the scene of the dream game is Busch Stadium in St. Louis, the home of the Cardinals. It's the ballpark where Stan Musial is making history to carry on the legendary lore of such former Cardinal heroes as Joe Medwick and Johnny Mize, the Cooper brothers, the old Gas House gang of Dizzy and Paul Dean, Pepper Martin and Leo DeRocha, Rip Collins, Frankie Frisch, and such earlier Cardinal stars as Rogers Hornsby, Jim Bottomley, and Grover Alexander. This is the 14th All-Star game for Musial, high for any player in the Interleague Classic, which was inaugurated in 1933. Stan leads in All-Star homers with 5. The other glamour figure of All-Star play is Ted Williams of the Boston Red Sox, who is appearing for the 13th time. He has an All-Star average of .361. Ted is kept busy autographing before the game. Official host at this year's All-Star game is August Busch, owner of the St. Louis Cardinals. Commissioner Ford Frick, supreme authority in all interleague competition, is an early arrival. President Will Harridge of the American League is here with Ben Fiery, the league's longtime attorney. Harridge's regime spans the entire history of the All-Star Series. Warren Giles, president of the National League, is bubbling with confidence, as well Eagles have won 6 of the last 7 All-Star games. Others on the National League side are Mr. and Mrs. Lou Carroll. Carroll heads the National League legal staff. Other prominent baseball officials in the crowd are owner Tom Yawkey and general manager Joe Cronin of the Red Sox. Also, general manager George Weiss, the man responsible for building championship Yankee teams. Casey Stengel of the Yankees, who, piloting the American Leaguers once more, is the center of a swarm of newspapermen. Walt Olson of the Dodgers, who will direct the National Leaguers, is being interviewed by one of the broadcasters, Al Helfer. Alston will be happy to have a fellow named Hank Aaron of the Milwaukee Braves on his side for a change. Aaron won the batting title in 1956 and also was voted the National League Player of the Year by the Sporting News. Among the American Leaguers, the greatest of the new generation of sluggers is Mickey Mantle of the Yankees, winner of the triple batting crown in his league in 1956.
Do you ask more from a truck than 99% of those around you? Then you are what we call a one-percenter. With your demanding standards in mind, we submit.
This is ESPN Classic.
As the players take their warm-up practice, there is a wonderful spirit of comradeship among them. Intense rivalry within each league is dissolved until the pennant races are resumed. Here's Nellie Fox, peppery second sacker of the White Sox, with shortstop Harvey Keene of Detroit. Al Kaline, the superb hitting star and accomplished right fielder of the Tigers, is ready for action. Ernie Banks of the Chicago Cubs. Frank Robinson of the Cincinnati Redlegs. Hank Aaron of the Milwaukee Braves. And Willie Mays of the New York Giants. These 4 sluggers on the same ball club would guarantee a pennant in any league. They totaled 128 home runs last year. Here's a first baseman with long ball authority, Gil Hodges of Brooklyn. And Cleveland has another in Vic Wertz. 2 of the top-flight pitchers of the National League from the arch-rival Giants and Dodgers talk shop. They're Johnny Antonelli, the star southpaw, and Clem Labine, one of the game's most brilliant relief men. And here are 2 pitchers who have made the Braves a leading pennant contender, Warren Spahn and Lou Burdette. Bobby Shantz of the Yankees and Billy Pierce of the White Sox have a lot in common. These veteran lefties not only are among the smallest pitchers in baseball, but also among the greatest. The starting catchers of the All-Star game, Ed Bailey of Cincinnati and Yogi Berra of the Yankees, get together for a moment before they retire to don their protective gear. With the National League loaded with right-handed power, Stengel decides to start Jim Bunning of Detroit, a slender, side-arming right-hander. The 25-year-old Bunning was in the minors most of the 1956 season but he began this year in sensational fashion. Alston faces the opposite situation. The American League has 4 left-handed swingers, including Ted Williams, in its lineup. Alston, therefore, names a southpaw as his starter, Curt Simmons of the Phillies. The veteran lefty hasn't been scored upon in 5 previous innings in all-star competition. And here are the starting lineups. For the American League, Harvey Keene, Detroit shortstop. Nellie Fox, Chicago White Sox, second base. Al Kaline, Detroit right field. Mickey Mantle, New York Yankees, center field. Ted Williams, Boston Red Sox, left field. Vic Wirtz, Cleveland, first base. Yogi Berra, New York Yankees, catcher. George Kell, Baltimore, third base. Jim Bunning, Detroit pitcher. For the National League, Johnny Temple, Cincinnati, second base. Hank Aaron, Milwaukee, right field. Stan Musial, St. Louis Cardinals, first base. Willie Mays, New York Giants, center field. Ed Bailey, Cincinnati, catcher. Frank Robinson, Cincinnati, left field. Don Hope, Cincinnati, third base. Roy McMillan, Cincinnati, shortstop. Curt Simmons, Phillies, pitcher. The umpires come to the plate, along with the manager, Stengel and Alston, for a brief discussion of ground rules. 6 umpires are assigned, with extra men posted down the foul lines.
They have thrilled audiences around the world for more than 36 years. They have earned 6 Grammy Awards and still counting. Now, Cornerstone Promotions brings you the Chieftains in a special collection of their joyous music.
Drops straight back, has some time. Now scrambles away from one hit. Looks, uncorks a deep one for the end zone. Phelan is down there.
Oh, he got it! He got it! He got it!
You're watching ESPN Classic, the Classic Sports Network.
The players of the National League team pour out of their dugout onto the field and bring a roar from the crowd of approximately 30,000 that fills flag-bedecked Busch Stadium to its bulging capacity. But the applause is soon hushed as the band begins the national anthem and the flag is raised in center field. As the final strains of the Star-Spangled Banner come echoing back from the huge scoreboard, there is another outburst from the fans. The air is crackling with a tension of expectancy. Simmons takes his preliminary warm-up throws from the mound, and the 1957 All-Star game is underway. Harvey Keene, the opening batter, flies out to Robinson. But it's different in the second inning. Mickey Mantle gets the first hit of the game by beating out a slow bouncer to Don Hope. Simmons now has Ted Williams to contend with. He walks him. Vic Wirtz smashes a single past Roy McMillan into left field, and Mantle scores. Yogi Berra walks to fill the bases. And that's all for Simmons. National League manager Walt Alston calls in Lou Burdett of the Milwaukee Braves. Burdett gets George Kell on a foul to Musial. He appears to be out of trouble when he also retires Bunning in a pop-up to McMillan. But then Burdett loses control and walks Keene, forcing in Williams. And the American League leads 2-0. Jim Bunning, meanwhile, has been mowing the National Leaguers down in rapid-fire order. Burdette lines out to Mantle for the last out in the third inning. And that completes 3 sensational innings for the young Tiger pitcher in his All-Star debut. He hurled 3 perfect innings, not allowing a man to reach base. Billy Lowe's of the Baltimore Orioles follows Bunning to the mound in the 4th inning. Hank Aaron collects the first National League hit when he singles to Fox behind second base. Musial doubles off the right field screen, and the National League is threatening for the first time. As Willie Mays, a 500 hitter in these All-Star Classics, is the next batter. However, Mays pops to Fox. Then Bailey grounds out to Bill Skowron, and the rally is squelched.
Two identical brushes, yet one works better. The secret behind this brush? Plax. It pre-loosens plaque before you brush, so your brush can brush better. Plax. It's what's behind a better brush. Look for a coupon in this Sunday's paper.
Don't worry, little one. Daddy's got Tylenol for his headache. Tylenol works on headache pain without the risk of stomach irritation. So before you know it, Daddy's going to be right as rain.
If you're ready to lose weight, muscle up, and get back into shape, I've got a free video you're gonna love.
Introducing a winning fitness strategy.
You gotta eat healthy, drink plenty of water, and most importantly, strength train with Bowflex.
Strength training adds muscle. Not only does your shape look better, you actually increase your metabolism, so you end up burning more calories.
Strength training these days isn't just for men. It's great for women, too, and Bowflex is designed for both. It's even been called the best home gym by Fitness Magazine.
Use as little as 5 pounds to more than 400 pounds of resistance. Follow our 6-week fast fat loss program or create your own from over 60 different health club quality exercises.
Bowflex is easy to own, and it fits in any room in your house. It comes with a 6-week guarantee on results, and you can finance it with no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. Hey, I'm 41, and I'm in the best shape of my life. And I can tell you, Bowflex really does work.
For a free video and brochure on the machine that can help you get into great shape at any age, call right now.
He makes a nice move as a shot, and a big save by Fear there, right off his right glove. He shoots, save, rebound. Oh, Fear made 2 big saves, and it's off the post. Oh.
Hi, I'm Grant Fear, and you're watching ESPN Classic.
In the 5th inning, the National League team's on the way again when Robinson opens with a single. Ed Matthews bats for Hope and lines the ball to right field. It's a hit, but wait, Kaline scoops up the ball and fires to McDougal at second base. It's a force out of Robinson, who held up thinking the ball would be caught. The hit, therefore, is wiped out, and so is the rally. As Lowe's pitches his way out of another jam by making Ernie Banks hit into a fast double play, Malzone to Fox to Skowron. Jack Sanford, the spectacular rookie fastballer of the Phillies, faces the American Leaguers in the 6th. After 1 out, Skowron doubles to right. base on a wild pitch. Then Yogi Berra singles to left, and Skowron trots home. It gives the American League a 3-0 lead. Kaline helps preserve that margin in the last half of the sixth when he makes a leaping catch off the bat of Shane Dean near the right field wall. Billy Lowe's thereby also completes 3 scoreless innings. An early win of Cleveland replaces him in the 7th inning. After 1 out, Mays singles to left. Bailey singles to right, and Mays dashes to third. Gus Bell of Cincinnati then bats for his Red Leg teammate Robinson. He wallops a double that Williams finally retrieves in the left field corner, while Mays and Bailey race home. Casey Stengel strolls to the mound and decides on a pitching change. He wigwags for Billy Pierce, the brilliant Chicago White Sox southpaw. Matthews grounds out Skowron to Pierce, who covers first base. With a tying run now on third, Pierce strikes out Banks. The rally is checked, but the National League has cut the lead to 3-2.
Just because you're in front doesn't mean you sit back and watch the others try and catch up. If you can make a great thing better, you do it. And that's what they've done with you.
In the 8th, after Mantle walks, Williams pulls a towering drive to center that seems destined for his 5th All-Star homer, but Mays hauls it in near the wall. Clem Labine of Brooklyn is on the mound in the 9th of the National League. Pierce opens by beating out a hit to Shane Dean. McDougald pushes a slow roller through the box, and Shane Dean fumbles this one just as he's about to flip the ball to second base, and both runners are safe. Fox then advances the runners with a sacrifice bunt and misses by an eyelash for beating it out. Kaline follows with a single to center, scoring both Pierce and McDougald. Minnie Minoso, who had replaced Williams in the 8th, comes to the plate with 2 outs. He misses a terrific cut, but not the next time. He lashes the ball off the screen in right center for a double, and Kaline tallies. It extends the American League lead to 6-2, apparently a safe margin, as Pierce has retired 5 straight batters. But Billy suddenly seems to have lost control. He walks Musial to launch the National League 9th. Mays drops a hit down the right field line. And it goes for a triple, scoring Musial. Mays also tallies a moment later when Pierce unleashes a wild pitch. Hank Foyles bats for Bailey and keeps the rally rolling with a single. Pierce also walks Gus Bell, and now the 2 tying runs are on base. Stengel calls a halt and brings in the Cleveland lefty Don Morsey to face the powerful southpaw swinger Matthews. Mawson fires the third strike past Matthews for the first out of the inning. There are no soft touches now. Next up is Banks, the slugging shortstop of the Cubs. He smashes a single to left and Foyle scores. But on the hit, Bell tries to dash to third and is cut down by Minoso's beautiful throw to Frank Malzone. Banks takes second on the throw. The National League now needs a hit to get that tying run home. Halston calls on his Dodger home run threat, Gil Hodges, for this final bid. Stengel counters with another pitching change. This time his own right-handed Yankee relief star, Bob Grimm. Hodges digs in at the plate. He connects solidly, but there goes Minoso streaking after the ball. And he hauls it down to end the game and give the American League a 6-5 victory. They're 14th against 10 for the National League. It was Minoso who was the eventual hero, driving across what proved to be the winning run and then saving the game with a magnificent throw, as well as a final brilliant catch. But others shared in the glory, such as pitchers Jim Bunning and Billy Lowe. In fact, the players in both lineups were all-stars, for this is the game in which the greatest in baseball blend into one team effort. For that, in essence, is what makes baseball the national pastime. See a ball game often. Follow your local team. It's fun for the entire family.